Start with this. It's almost like an Apple sort of new iPhone box. That pulls out. Trying to open this, I'd imagine. Perfection. So you have the watch itself. Actually feel quite light. So that's the unboxing. Thoughts. Optical sensor on the back there looks quite good. It's very light. Can't wait to get this started and try it. A bit of pre-session Nick Bear inspo. To be fair, this dude's massive. And he's going for a 2:45 marathon. Fair play to him. So for all you that don't know, this is my little daughter, Maya. She's 1 year old. And I'm just seeing her before I go do my track session. Stress ball. Because obviously when I get back home, she'll be fast asleep. Jesus. 0 degrees, man. Zero degrees, it's going to be a cold one. Bah. So obviously I knew it was going to be quite chilly tonight, so I brought loads of extra layers, extra hats, spare socks. So I'm just putting on my thick puffer jacket from Montaigne. This is probably too hot for this. Keeps us nice and warm for the warm-up. So I just get out and do a nice easy jog. It's quite icy, so I'll just be careful about my footing. As you can see, the road sort of glistens. That tells me there's probably going to be black ice, so just really slow down. Wow, it's absolutely freezing. I think it's like -1 degrees now. Good job I brought my hat and my gloves. So I just got back from my warm-up, and then I was deciding which shoes to wear. I obviously wanted to wear the Vaporflies because I wanted to save my calves after last week. It's always hard when you put your spikes on for the first time in a while. Your calves are stinging the next day, but with the track being so icy, I kind of had to wear the spikes. But I love these spikes. They're Adidas, Adizero sort of 10k type spikes. Take a while to get used to because there's like a triangle plate in the middle of the foot, and it feels a bit awkward, but when you get going in them and you land more flat-footed, sort of like 10k type work, they're brilliant. So getting into the session here, this is the start of the first 600. As you can see, I had the cameras set up every 200 again. Probably put it in a bad position there with the light on the background there. So the first rep was 141. Basically the plan was to go through in 68s, trying to get used to running 250 per k, which is my 3k goal pace of 8:30. As I was lapping around here, it was really cold. As you can see, my breathing there, you can see us puffing and panting. It was getting really hard, and on the 4th rep, I think I just ran a 142 and I had to sprint at the end. So I decided to break up the last rep into 2 300s. So the last 2 reps were a 51 and then a 49, so I managed to maintain a little bit quicker than what pace I was supposed to be running. I could have maybe done a 600 at the end, but I would have probably dropped off and ran about a 145, so I just thought I would end it at the end there with 2 300s. So this is the last 300 at the finish here, so I just zoomed in and then I just walked back to the start. Jogged back here, got my camera. As you can see, I wasn't quite as tired as last week when I'd done the 3 times a K. I got changed out with these spikes because my calves were kind of really sore. Last week when I put the spikes on, my calves were aching for about 3 days. So I was a bit cautious tonight, but I kind of had no option. I had to kind of wear them because of the ice. But as I'm recording this tomorrow morning, my calves don't feel anywhere near as bad as last week. I find it's always the first track session back in spikes your calves kill. This is why you should probably just put them on for strides at the end, you know, and slowly build up the volume in the spikes. So I had a little cool down through Morpeth, seeing the Christmas lights and the Christmas tree.
Yeah, maybe I should have had a head torch. Not my best idea. Only care I've got in my bag as well and I haven't put it on. Good job there's like a light every friggin' 20 metres. So I'm nearly finished the cool down now. I thought I would wait a little bit to get my breath back and so I can actually feel my hands. That session was so cold. It was like -1 on the track. It's a good job I brought my spikes because them vapor flies were never getting grip. I'm on track for a 100 mile this week. That's Harriers Monday, good track session today there in the cold, and then easy long run tomorrow. I might do the last few miles pick up just to try and get used to running hard at the end of a long run, and then just easy Saturday, Sunday. Really good week, no niggles, and honestly I think having a clean diet, drinking 3 litres of water and napping most afternoons. Obviously some people have full-time jobs. I work from home, so I can sort of have a half an hour nap in between meetings, which is ideal. I know not everyone can nap. If you're not sleeping properly, how can you do 100 mile a week? It's impossible. You'll just get injured. I listen to a podcast every week by Morgan McDonald. He's sponsored by ON, and he had Helen O'Beary on the podcast, and they were saying she naps every day between 2 to 4 hours, and she's a marathon runner. I'd imagine she's on 120 mile a week. You've just got to be sleeping. Even Tom Evans said your best recovery tool is your bed. If you're not napping or getting 9 hours every night, you're not getting enough sleep. Simple as. You need to live like a professional. Diet needs to be clean, no alcohol. You just got to live like a pro. Session done. Oh bosh. Vomero 17s. Lovely shoe. Trying them out this week.
So as soon as I got home, I had my dinner ready. As you can see, it's chicken sort of burritos. So this is my session. If you want to pause it and have a look at the splits. I was kind of lapping every 400 just to see where I was at, because I didn't actually leave it on lap timer, so I didn't know where I was. My heart rate got up to 177 beats per minute, which feels like it's a little bit low for how hard I was working, but maybe that's all the miles I've been doing. So this is the Coros training hub. You get loads of information from this. It's so much better than the Garmin, I think. But obviously this watch has got the track mode feature, so when you're lapping around the track, as you can see from the picture on the top right corner, it's much more accurate. I was sort of swerving out in the second lane a bit there on the part where it says 3.92, and that's actually picked up that little gap where I moved out when I finished the last 300. So yeah, I'm really impressed with the track mode. Game changer, because I do a lot of track sessions, and honestly my old Garmin Forerunner 230, I used to do a mile and it would sort of click for 1 mile at 1,450 meters, so it was miles off. But these are my splits anyway, if you want to go back and pause it, or I'll leave a link in the description to the activity on Strava. When you go on the Coros training hub, there's a dashboard and it sort of tells you what all your paces are, your recovery. I'll be sleeping like Maya tonight after that session. After this session I've got 25 hours till full recovery, and it tells you your max heart rate, which is usually 220 minus your age, which is nearly correct because I'm 31. But these race predictors at the bottom are slightly wrong, but I'm sure they'll update when I do my next race. But yeah, thanks for watching, and like, comment and subscribe as usual, or my coach will come after you with his starting pistol.